Arcadia stands, formerly the Imperium's most famous fortress world. Its fall marked the beginning of the era Indomitus, the Dark Imperium. We'll be choosing Katie, of course, but might as well go through the lot of them. Croesus, considered the second world of the Mobian domain, Croesus is a large shrine world and a popular destination for pilgrimages. Messalina Gloriana, heavenly forested moon that serves as a minor shrine world. Messalina Gloriana has few resources in low population, but is strategically important since the fall of nearby Comaris. Rosaria, a small agri-world that produces intensely farmed and mass-harvested grain crops. Rosarians are a bot of many jokes, considered backwards by other Mobians, and yet they are hard-working and honest to a fault. Ranks Magna, a thriving industrial world. Ranks Magna is the most densely populated in the Mobian domain, steaming billions manning its continent spanning manufactorums night and day. Yinkron, an oceanic world. The populace of Yinkron inhabit vast hive islands. Yinkron is the Mobian domain's main naval depot. Burnax, small grim mining world known for its hellish conditions, which produce a famously hardy and dour populace. Pavane, relatively newly colonized, Pavane is already a self-sustaining world rich in natural resources, whose population is expanding quickly. Childhood. Progena. Orphans of the Imperium, Progena are given an upbringing like no other within the School of Progium. There they learn much of discipline, willpower, and hatred of the traitor, preparing them for life in service to the God Emperor. Militia Lackey. Oppressed youth of a planetary militia rarely achieve any rank, nor garner any glory. If they're lucky, they might learn some survival skills while serving as trench runners or ammo monkeys. Defender. To be born in a fortress world is to be indoctrinated into militarized life at the earliest age. On such planets, the training and equipping of soldiers is paramount. Sadly, apparently, other than choosing Cadia, none of these choices apparently matter, so, what here? Holy Scribe. The endless chain of bureaucratic work of the Adeptus Administratum is full of tedium, but also danger, for ambitious individuals will stop at nothing in their struggle for advancement in their struggle for advancement. Many a scribe has lost their life in squabbles over a better grav lantern or a desk nearer a cooling unit. Isolated. The arbitrary bureaucratic decrees of the Adeptus Administratum can draft or displace the populace of an entire hub block, often for no discernible reason. Self-reliance. Even the most civilized sectors of the Mobian domain are subject to all manner of threats from mutants, rogue psychers, cultists, and more. In the dog-eat-dog world of the lower hives, everyone must find a way to navigate these myriad perils. So the light. The most zealous followers of the imperial cult hold the deep-seated belief that heretics and traitors are infiltrating all levels of imperial society. Sometimes it's even true. True calling. The cult imperialist takes many forms, but all revolve around worship of the Emperor. It is the only sanctioned religion in the Imperium. Pilgrimage. Pilgrimage is both a physical and spiritual journey that brings the ardent follower closer in faith to the holy Emperor of mankind. A pilgrimage to a sacred site can take years to complete, taking the devout traveller far from their homeworld. Injured. Since the age of strife, technology is neither trusted nor understood by most of the population. Most machinery is old and prone to often dangerous mishaps. Defining moment. Encounter with heretics. Since the Horus Heresy, the enemy within, Traitors, heretics, and turncoats hold a special place of hatred in the hearts of loyal imperial citizens. No mercy can ever be shown to those who turn from the Emperor's light. A strange artifact, the Adeptus Ministorum, often known as the Ecclesiarchy, is obsessed with tracking down holy relics of saints and martyrs. Most turn out to be fakes with no value. That doesn't stop a brisk trade in holy knucklebones, mummified toes, sainted tonsors, and the like. Cult contact. When heresy is uncovered amongst the civilian population, it is not unusual for suspicion of complicity to turn on the rest of the populace. The taint of chaos can never be underestimated, and before the unwavering gaze of the Inquisition, innocence is not enough. Mutant incident. Whether warped by genetic defect or chaos taint, mutants are reviled by the Imperium. Most Imperial agencies teach intolerance of the mutant as a key tenet and see mutation as a curse that leads only to corruption. The sickness. In the overcrowded hubs and manufactorums of a typical life, disease can often run rampant. The uncaring nobles often see such outbreaks as a call of the weak, knowing that there are always teeming masses of workers ready to replace the fallen. Hunted. Amongst the gangs and guilds that dominate the Ives, transgressions are often punished by blood debts, which must be fulfilled on pain of death. Those who attempt to flee their blood debts are pursued without mercy by gang enforcers or contract killers. The voices. In most occupations, hearing voices would be considered a sign of madness. However, to some members of the Ecclesiarchy and the Scholastia Psychana, such messages are a source of inspiration, for they are perhaps a sign of blessed communion with the God Emperor. And now to spend far too much time on making the character. Not that it'll be seen very often, sadly. Especially once we get an ailment. Proper fiery redhead. Yeah, can't go wrong with a gothic eye. In retrospect, this is all going to be covered, so. Me. Do I? Well, of course I care. We always care about the creation. Even when it doesn't matter. Because we can. Bah, none of it really sticks out. Some serious chemical burns. don't want to mar the IKEA too much. It's not bad. Especially with the Milky Way that side. Maybe slightly excessive. Where was that one? There we go. And small as we can.
Life without faith is mere existence beneath the all-consuming shadow of heresy, without so much as a candle to hold that darkness at bay. It is the fate of some to pass from this life as mere kindling, whereas mine is to light the flame. And I see that I am needed in this place at this hour. For is it not said that if 10,000 feckless souls burn in the flames of perdition to awaken the fervor of one righteous man, then the Emperor rejoices? Aye, it is.
This is simply unacceptable. I am a chosen emissary of the master of mankind. I'm not some common criminal to be shackled and tormented by jailers who, if I am to be kind, hail from amongst the basest and the most inadequate simpletons who cling like limpets to humanity's lowest rung. And as for my crimes, that tab block was steeped in heresy. Its denizens a wicked band of apostates and ne'er-do-wells. When the enforcers refused to take action, what else was I to do?
It was self-defense. Those orphans attacked me.
Without hope, there is no purpose to revenge. Without justice, the wounded perish and wicked prosper. For what is there to prevent these things? Justice, more than anything, was the gift bequeathed by the Emperor of mankind, and I shall see it carried to all corners of his Imperium. But make no mistake. Justice plays no favorites, and nor do I. The corrupt should fear me as readily as the heretic or the traitor.
Life without faith.
In a sentence. I just like the green. Yeah, dereliction of duty. The punishment for dereliction of duty is often death, but in some cases the sentence is waived in exchange for service in a penal battalion, or worse. Disobedience, real or implied to imperial authority, is enough to earn demotion, prison, or death. Misplaced faith. So powerful are the upper figures of the Adeptus Ministorum that to draw their ire by questioning their faith, their worldly habits, is to invite a death sentence. Sedation. Overtly seditious conduct, ranging from disrespectful speech to mass organisation with intent to protest, is all considered part of tendency toward rebellion against the established order. That is something the Imperium will not tolerate. Green for the win. Barnon Kyria, like so many who worked in the Weapons Manufactorum from an early age, between rural and work shifts, trained to join the militia. When you came of age, you were taken on a lengthy pilgrimage that led you to several holy shrines across the Mobian domain. One day the voice of the Emperor spoke in your mind, told you to dedicate your life to his service. You were declared unfaithful by a famous deacon of Crotius. Most knew the charges stemmed from the audacity of questioning the deacon's lavish lifestyle. You were sent to the prison ship, the Tancred Bastion, all the same. You are aboard the Tancred Bastion, en route the Atoma Prime. And let's go. Ready for the prologue. Really showcasing that Dan Abnett credits. The truth is terrible to bear. The traitor's hand lies closer than you think. Thou art the hammer of the Emperor. Guard thy soul against disorder. The same hammer that shatters the glass forges the steel. Rejoice in thy service. Speak but praise of thy master. The mutant bears his heresy without. The traitor hides it within. Do your part for the master of mankind. The mortal burden carried dutifully to its destination is the Emperor's greatest praise. The more one learns of the alien, the more one will come to loathe it. Hatred must be tempered like the steel of a blade. Mark the traitor. Kill the traitor. 10,000 years of betrayal is long enough. Vigilance is the mutant's bane. Sharpen your mind to hate. The man who has nothing can still have faith. Hunt the mutant. Kill the mutant. Take no comfort. There is none. The industrious may escape death. When all is dark, remember the Emperor. His is the light that fadeth not. Even the greatest hero is but a ripple on the surface of space. The mutant is guileful, trust it not.
Prisoners all secure, ma'am.
I'll check for myself if you don't mind.
Of course, ma'am. But do be wary. Every one of them's a filthy heretic.
Hey, got a chance to bathe last week.
That one certainly is.
He looks like a fart.
No accidents. My master wants to interrogate him as soon as we reach the hive.
Of course, ma'am. Upon my life.
This one, however.
Makes you wonder why we even bother shipping trash like that. Save a lot of data slate work just to process the execution notice now.
Why even do the
What do you
paperwork?
say, criminal? Shall I put you out of your misery?
And ours, you would.
Be quiet. Well,
I serve the Emperor.
nothing to say?
This is a mistake. I am a loyal servant of the throne.
But of course, I'll just let you out now then.
Shame you'll never get to prove that.
Minor Terror, we're boarded!
Who wants a hug? God, I love the OST on this.
What do we do about that one?
Nothing. The boxers will be here to feed soon enough.
Never leave someone for dead. Always do the job. Never know when they'll bite you in the arse.
This is Exploitation Zola. Support request urgent. Traitor assault. We need assistance in cell block 87. Now.
Well, this bodes ill.
That is nice.
My steps.
Let's turn that to a toggle.
Be this.
Key binding. Key bindings, or there we go. Suppose I should do that in the after clearing these guys. Right. Where were we? Much better.
A black day for the Tancred Bastion, but perhaps not for me.
Satisfying sounds. See, the base game of this, the core gameplay, the combat's cock and wonderful. Feels so satisfying bopping them on the buns. Then once the proper hordes come and the higher difficulty is just delightful. I don't have my ult yet, do I? Oh well. Not like I need it against the mooks. Still would be nice though.
An elevator! I'll take the chance.
Great. You come with blood too, criminal?
Of course, there's still heretics around.
You said you were a loyal servant of the throne.
I
did.
And you said I wouldn't get the chance to prove myself. Finka.
Then prove it.
Let's go kill some heretics. 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 Time to kill some heretics.
Urgent extraction requested! The traitors have overrun the ship! I'm giving you a chance. Cross me and you're dead. You understand, criminal?
Ah, joke's on you. I'm already dead. On the inside.
Not bad at this.
Hatred never tires.
Gimme, gimme. I want that armor.
Great.
Rip and tire. Ah, feels good.
Well, you coming or not?
Well, if it lets me kill heretics.
Maybe I can help you. No promises. You'll probably wind up dead.
I was dead anyway.
Very poetic. Just don't tell anyone I let an escaped prisoner save my life. Or you'll be more than dead.
Of course. No escaped prisoner, just a servant of the Emperor. Blood for the Emperor, skulls for the Golden Throne.